What up, everybody? It's Rafi Rael, Spiritual Gorilla. It's day 14 of my New World Chronicles video log journey. And let me tell you, these new moon energies are coming in hot. There is a lot of stuff that wants to come to the surface to be let go of. Let me tell you, last night's dreamscape was like wild. It was wild as hell, and let me be honest, it just like brought up some childhood traumas. It showed me a lot of spaces where I have been taking a passenger seat in my life. It showed me more of the directionlessness that I had growing up, and in my ventures, going with the flow. Hell yeah! And I found a lot of amazing spaces. Don't get me wrong, there was some driving, but like I feel like I was in the passenger seat for some of it, and I kind of like let other people lead me around, knowing that it was like in my joy to do these certain things. I wasn't just like putting pain on myself for the most part. Definitely had some weird relationships too, but definitely ready to stand up in my power in that space and take my energy back and put it in me and get in the driver's seat for the first time. I had some dreams where I was like a dude with underwear on, and I was like walking through my parents' kitchen, and like their friends were there, and I was like acting like a baby, and then I like went into this room, and I had this white toothbrush and this black toothbrush, and it was like duality, and it was balance, it was yin yang, and I put them in this thing, and like I think I turned into a baby, and like that was something that was compounded out of the other dreams. I had lots of dreams last night, but I was like, oh shit, it's time for me to stop being the baby and stand up and be, you know, the divine masculine that I am. You know, and that's awesome. So I'm looking at it as an opportunity to come into my power in a new way. This journey's coming up on me quick. I had a little freak out last night because I realized it was 14 or 17 days until I was leaving for Austin, and I hadn't booked a place to stay yet. And I was like, oh shit. And then I looked on Airbnb and it didn't seem like there was places, and I was like, no. And I was like freaking out on the inside energetically, just feeling frazzled and stressed and like trying to work through that. I had like, but luckily I was able to breathe into myself and like, you know, watch Critical Role, this dope ass D&D podcast with these beautiful people that laugh and play with each other, and I really just, it brought me back down to earth a bit. And then I had the dreamscapes, and then I went into today feeling very energetically like, what's happening? And I'm fucked, I'm gonna die. And I was waiting for the STD test too, so I was like, I'm gonna have AIDS and I'm gonna die, and that's my purpose in life. I thought I was meant for more than this. But like, I got the STD call today, and it was great news. As well as I scoured Airbnb for places to stay, and I found a place to stay that's within my budget, and with this beautiful human who's into consciousness and wants to talk about like consciousness and yoga and stuff like that. So like, I'm really interested to see what it looks like to be in Austin, Texas, taking the wheel of my driver's seat in my life and figuring out what I want to do with myself, and like really putting myself in the creative spaces I want to be put in, and work towards the ground zero of my creative journey. Like, what do I want to start with? I'm going to start with like comedy and still be doing my music stuff, or like get paid to be a comedian, get paid to like play with people on stage, you know, and really put myself out there in a new way, expressively, to start my journey into being a producer, into building towers of light and different creative projects all around the globe, and music and all these different music, comedy, movies, TV shows, documentaries, and like interview shows and stuff like this that I want to produce in the long term. So I know my long term, so where's my short term? And I'm moving to Austin, Texas. Got my hands behind the wheel. I'm like, oh shit, look at me now. Look at me now, I'm driving to Austin. So that's my journey for the day 14. Just trying to get these grounded energies from the forest. I know it might be a little low light because it's getting dark out here, but that's my gorilla log for the day. I appreciate you. Like, subscribe, comment. Let's start a conversation. Let's start a community. You know, more and more, this is Earth Tribe, and I want to be each other's mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, aunties, and uncles, and we're all here to support each other and love each other. So let's remember that shit. And as always, I will see you tomorrow. And we go.